Hey everybody, Josh here with Carl's Mower and Saw. Today we're going to talk about the STIHL HSA 56 hedge trimmer. We're going to do a So You Own an HSA 56 battery hedge trimmer video. Why do I need a video on how to own this? It's just a battery tool, right? I just pop the battery in and it just goes. Why do I need to know anything about this? Well, there are a few things. It's still mechanical. There's still some moving parts. There's still some maintenance that needs to take place. So before we get into it too much, I don't think we need ear protection when we run these battery tools, but if you want to be out there with earmuffs on, totally fine. That's cool. I would highly recommend safety glasses, right? Anytime we're cutting something, there is a chance of debris flying and getting in our eyes, and hedge trimming blind is not a good idea. Not only does it look bad, it also becomes very dangerous. So I'm going to take these off now. This machine came with the AL101 charger. Sorry, I just said that wrong. No, it's not. It's the AL101. The AL101 charger and an AK10 battery. This battery, very simply, slides into the charger. Boom, plugged into the wall. It's charging, and it's going to take 2 to 3 hours probably to charge. And if you put it on before you go to bed, drop it in the charger, I would recommend that the next day you take it out. Long term, this should not be stored in the charger, really, and that comes down to kind of a corrosion issue that we see. If you leave it for a week, it's probably not going to kill it, but if it becomes your habit of leaving your battery in the charger, like I do with my drills, and I know what it does to my batteries, just get rid of that habit. Okay? That can either be mounted on the wall or set flat on your bench. The battery is going to go into the machine like this. So the operator in the operator position can read the steel. And I have 2 clicks. I come in once and the battery is locked in, won't fall out, but it will not function. Nothing's going to happen. So we call that the parked position. And the beauty of this is there's no point of contact. There's no corrosion that could happen. There's no drain of battery that could happen. So this is a great way to store your battery. And then when I click it all the way in, I now have live action. There's a nice little button I can push so I can see the life of the battery, how many bars are left per se. And this AK10 battery in the HSA 56 hedge trimmer has an incredible runtime. You're going to go an hour plus of hedge trimming, that's a lot of work. By that time, you're done. You're ready for a break to rake it up. Let's pull this cover off so we can get a peek at the blades. It is a dual blade system, right? It's cutting in both directions. Before I do that, can we back up? We can still show that, but I want to point out kind of what you have going on with the handles and the triggers. We have a safety trigger, we'll call it, safety on-off switch on the front, meaning that I have to have my hand here as well as here in order to turn this on. Because we don't want you out doing this. Not really a good idea. So to turn it on, I pull that button. And then there's one little safety latch here. So down, forward, that allows the back trigger to actually be pulled and then engaged. Okay, maintenance on the blades. These blades will need to be sharpened. Okay, as I hit stuff, they will dull out. You can use a flat file, although it's a pain in the butt. You're probably going to want to go see your dealer and have them sharpened. It's going to set you back around 50 bucks, but well worth it when you talk about a hedge that's getting cut well. This is another thing we should have with this. This is the STIHL resin remover spray. As you're cutting, these blades do need lubrication, and depending on what I'm cutting, it's sticky, it's pitchy, it's nasty stuff, and this will cut that pitch and keep these blades from building up that resin in between. As that resin builds up, these blades can actually get split, and so you think they're dull because it's not cutting good, but it's actually because they're not making contact. You've seen scissors do that, right? You think about the safety scissors. So it's important to keep these blades lubricated with something like this that cuts that pitch, but also just keep them lubricated because of the friction and the heat. So lubricate those blades. Something that can happen to this machine is I'll have people go out and they'll pull the trigger and it goes, it just, it won't work. Battery's good. Everything appears to be good, but what's happened is because it has not been properly maintained or cared for on the blades, they get stuck. right? They'll actually be jammed, glued together. So there's a couple ways to fix that. One is to take this cover loose, and then you can kind of get into the gearbox and turn it. I think one of the easiest ways that I've seen to not cause a problem is to take a pliers, open it up to the wider setting, and you can come to the back tooth, which is not really going to be doing any cutting, and very carefully squeeze that, and that power of your hand squeezing the pliers will overcome that stuck blade. Once they're broken free, you're back in action, you're back working. Grab your lubrication, spray it down, and go. One thing that I don't believe is called for in this book, but I think it's a wise thing to do, is every year, I would say, every 2 years, I would pull 1, 2, 3, 4, this cover off, and I would lubricate the gears. Okay, this is the STIHL multi-lube, and this is used to lubricate Hedge gear boxes on the gas ones. There's gears in here, and those gears also need lubrication and greasing. So pick up a thing of multi-lube. I'd say annually, maybe every 2 years if you're not a heavy user. Pull this cover off and just run a little thin dab of grease around that gear. There you go. The STIHL HSA 56, although it's battery and you're not dealing with air filters and spark plugs and fuel filters and carburetors and all that stuff, there is still a little bit of love that you need to give this machine to get the most out of it. Hey, thanks for picking one up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for giving us an opportunity to help you get the most out of your STIHL equipment.
Hey, this is Josh from Carl's Mower and Saw. Thanks for watching our videos. We're proud of the fact that we've been serving you with the best in outdoor power equipment since 1990. We're glad that you had an opportunity to sit down, watch our videos, learn something about an exciting new product that we have, something that interests you for your property, or really how to use your equipment to the best of its ability. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube. We're excited to share more information with you. See you soon.